Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and this time we're talking about Three of a Kind. Three of a Kind is a party game designed by Tim Eisner, playable from 2 to 8 players, and it's published by Weird City Games. Let's take a look. Okay, this is what a setup in Three of a Kind could look like. Doesn't have to look like it. It could. If it doesn't, that's okay. Every player would get a dry erase marker. Every player would also get an answer card, which says Three of a Kind on it. So in case you forget what game you're playing, you can always reference this, and you'll know what game you're playing. Okay, which also has a round overview. See? Look at that. A round overview. Nice. And if you open it up, there's a scoring section. We'll get into that in just a second. And number of rounds you're playing, it's 6, I guess. It's 6 rounds. So there you go. And then your 3 responses. So that's what the inside of that looks like, which you can access by just opening it up. Okay, so the oldest player would be the first dealer, and they would draw 2 categories. It would read them out loud. We have things in an office and beverages. I'm gonna go with beverages because beverages is just more fun. It's a more fun word to just say, beverages. At that point, the dealer would also deal each player 2 cards. So let's say I did this, and they're going to look at both and choose one. So we have cheesiest and laziest. I'll go with laziest. Most natural, most revolutionary. Let's go with most natural. In every case, the players would just look at their cards and announce the one that they picked. Most creative, grouchiest. We'll go with most creative. So then these are going to come down here. And here we are. This is what we have here. We have beverages, laziest, most natural, most creative. Then each player is going to take their own little board here, and they're going to write 3 responses. Okay, once everybody has written their responses, it's time to compare. So for each word, the player who chose the adjective shares their first answer. So this player here would share their answer for laziest, and their answer is going to be seltzer. Why? I have no idea. In terms of scoring, for every match that there is, including the person who wrote it and everybody else, including the person who picked the card and everybody else, you score a point. Cola for natural, and this player wrote water. So none of those match seltzer. So no points. Okay, so for most natural, juice. And this other player also wrote juice. So for those 2 players, they would fill in 2 of the squares here, because 2 people guessed the same thing. So 2 people would get points for it. Those 2 people. You have to excuse my handwriting. It is atrocious. And for the last one here, this player wrote half and half for most creative / Arnold Palmer. And these 2 players wrote boba. So actually this player would have scored 2 as well for juice. And they're going to score 2 more for boba. So because both of these players had the same things in 2 different spots, they're both going to score 2 points for each one because there's 2 players. They both have 4. This player has some regrets. That's for sure. One important thing to note is, according to the rules, the dealer would deal 2 adjective cards to the 3 players to their left. So that is a very quick explanation of how to play Three of a Kind. I'll be honest with you. We play a whole lot of blank slate in my household. Like blank slate is one of that's like a go-to. I remember a couple years ago we did like a 24-player blank slate Thanksgiving thing, and I mean it's a big thing. This sort of scratches a similar itch, but it's just different enough where it's getting back to. I mean, basically, yeah, I love blank slate. Everybody who's been to our house for anything has probably played it. but I'm looking forward to playing this with even more groups of people. While it scratches a similar itch, it's just different enough where it's like, it can come along too. There's no reason like you can't have both. And just, having that synergy with people was interesting as well. Like, oh, I see you over there, I got you, or you've all failed me. When I'm thinking like I was thinking. Fired. However you choose to do it. I mean, you want to, maybe spread love and just say, hey, we'll try again. But yeah, that's Three of a Kind. Yeah. It's fun. It's cool. I like it. Very familiar, but still effective. Doesn't sound too reductive. Hope it doesn't. But yeah, Three of a Kind. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Be blessed.